Yes, indeed. After venting in the previous video about how much Kuro is actually listening, I think this is a good time to move to something much closer to home. But first, a correction to make. It was pointed out in the comments that phone performance for Wuthering Waves has improved, and the storage issue is already being addressed. So, good job, Kuro. With that out of the way, let's get going. FromSoftware has turned the Soulsborne games into a cultural phenomenon. In recent years, the number of Soulslikes has increased, for better or for worse, in the gaming industry. This cultural impact has also reached the Gacha space, so I will do just that. List a few Gacha games that have Soulsborne references thrown into them. First, we will start with something small to ease our way into the video. Also, I do not think I need to explain what Soulsborne games are because, let's be honest, this franchise exploded in popularity over the years. I mean, seriously, if you did not play any Soulsborne game, what are you doing with your life? Trust me, you will not regret the experience. Or you might regret it. Small word of advice, make sure your room has good noise insulation, otherwise your screams of rage will be heard in your entire neighborhood. First, we have Azur Lane. In this game full of battleships turned into anime girls, we have Hunter Meta, a character designed to resemble the Bloodborne Hunter. Her outfit is based on the Hunter sets in Bloodborne, and she wields a melee and also a ranged weapon. Speaking of hunters, in Arknights we have the Abyssal Hunters, a faction very much inspired by Bloodborne in aesthetics, wearing attire resembling that of the hunters in Bloodborne. They are an organization created to fight the Seaborn, just like in Bloodborne, where you hunt beasts. Those references might not seem very obvious at a first glance, considering that Sony is still not releasing Bloodborne from the exclusivity jail, but for anyone who played or is aware of this game, the callbacks are very obvious. Now from Arknights we move to Arknights but Enfield. This game is still new, but we already have some Soulsborne references. Gone are the Bloodborne ones, replaced by Dark Souls references. One noticeable callback consists in the illusionary walls in the Wuling region, which reveal hidden paths when hit. We also have the option to leave messages for other players through memo beacons, which is a feature found in all Soulsborne games. And in terms of bosses, we have Neferat's second phase, which has a moveset inspired by Midir, Bale and Placidus Axe. Now we move into Hoyoverse territory with Honkai Impact 3rd. It actually contains quite a few Soulsborne references, although most of them aren't immediately obvious. Most of the callbacks are in the form of achievements like Start the Bonfire, Firelink Journey, Lord of Cinders, Nameless King, Kanehurst Summons. During the Sanka Saga event, one of the stages is also named Sakura Die Twice, a reference to Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. We also have the battlesuit for Kalen 6th Serenade, which is a reference to Bloodborne. For Kuro games, on the other hand, the amount of Souls references is through the roof. It's like they are trying to hint to Miyazaki about the possibility of a collab. In Wuthering Waves, the most notable ones are the chest mimics, which are a nod to the mimics in the Dark Souls trilogy. There is also the bridge scene with Dirge, which is a callback to the Hellkite Drake moment on the bridge in Dark Souls 1. Dirge also has attacks in his moveset that are similar to the field boss dragons in Elden Ring. We also, of course, have the grapple tool as a reference to Sekiro. Punishing Grey Raven, being an older game, has even more references. We have bosses that were inspired by Soulsborne bosses. Siren's second phase is inspired by the Twin Princes fight. Fushen's second phase is a reference to Horalu, and in the second phase of the Emperor boss we have a reference to the King of the Storm fight. Also we have the Hanged Man enemies, which have a red kanji appearing over their heads, just like in Sekiro. For skins we have Lee's Hyperreal skin, which is basically a Bloodborne hunter. We also have Haigma, whose design is inspired by the doll from Bloodborne, and some of her moves are inspired by Sister Fried from Dark Souls 3. Roland can also be considered a Bloodborne reference, based on his weapon of choice, of a gun in one hand and a trick weapon in the other. Meanwhile, 21 Feral has a moveset similar to the two-handed Beast Claw from Bloodborne, but that might be a stretch in her case. Of course we got more Bloodborne references, because why not? My god, I don't care about any possible Metal Gear Rising collab at this point. We need a PGR and Bloodborne or Dark Souls collab, Kuro. And now... oh dear. We get to Guardian Tales. I admit I never played this game, but while searching for Soulsborne references in gacha games, I stumbled upon a Reddit thread where this game was mentioned. While searching the wiki, I was astonished by the amount of references in this game, not only to games made by FromSoftware. So here we go. In Nightmare Mode, stage 7-3, Cliff Zone, there is a subquest where a bald guy makes you fall into a hole, which is a tribute to Patches, a reoccurring character in almost every Soulsborne game, except Sekiro and Dark Souls 2. In World 14, Dragonshear, I don't know, we have two Dark Souls references. In stages 14-10 and 14-11. Glowing writing starts appearing on the floor as a reference to messages in Dark Souls. We also have a Solar reference, where 4 men wearing armor with the sun symbol perform the Praise the Sun gesture. And that will be it. Those are all the references I managed to find during my research. And there are probably many more that will be added to those games or exist in other gacha games that I am not aware of. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and also leave in the comments more Soulsborne references that were not mentioned in this video. Who knows, perhaps I will make a continuation of this video at some point. Bye!